to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Presenting to you, Starbucks. It all started in 1971 when English teacher Jerry Baldwin, history teachers F. Siegel and writer Gordon Boker opened a store called Starbucks Coffee, Tea and Spice in Seattle. They shared a passion for quality coffee and exotic teas and to sell high-quality coffee. Starbucks' missions are to be the premier purveyor of the finest coffee in the world while maintaining their uncompromising principles. They apply the highest standard of excellence to the purchasing, roasting, and fresh delivery of Starbucks coffee. As of early 2019, the company operates over 30,000 locations worldwide, which covers 6 continents, 78 countries and territories. Currently in Malaysia, more than 220 outlets are available to your services. Products delivered from Starbucks to their customer are mainly coffee beverages, smoothies, tea, baked goods and sandwiches. Now, let's discuss about Starbucks order fulfillment. Order fulfillment runs from purchase to delivery, which involves 3 steps, which is purchasing, production and logistics, from supplier to end customers. Let's go to Starbucks purchasing. Starbucks has several roasting centers where the beans are prepared. This number may seem very small for such an incredibly large company like Starbucks, but this centralized system is very effective. Those centers are located at Nevada, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Washington, USA, and the Netherlands. These roasting centers will make sure that every single one of the beans is prepared, manufactured, and packaged in the exact same way and quickly through a series of well-designed manufacturing processes. Next is production. Starbucks has 3 main production processes in processing the beans, which is sorting, roasting and blending. First, the beans need to be sorted out based on their size, color and density. Next, they need to roast the beans and then transport to the blending machines. After blending the beans, the packaged coffee is placed in the box. The last step in order fulfillment is logistics. The creation of a single, global logistics system was important for Starbucks because of its far-flung supply chain. The company generally brings coffee beans from Latin America, Africa, and Asia to the United States and Europe in ocean containers. From the port of entry, the green, unroasted beans are trucked to 6 storage sites, either at a roasting plant or nearby. Generally, all steps in the order fulfillment associated with 3 parties such as supplier, manufacturer and distributor. Purchasing process are linked with Starbucks supplier, productions associated with manufacturer and specific distributor to enhance their logistics system in order to deliver their goods. Starbucks supply chain are focusing on 3 objectives. First, to reorganize its supply chain organization. Second, to reduce its cost to serve and improve execution. Lastly, lay the foundation for future supply chain capability. Starbucks established its coffee and farmer equity (CAFE) sustainability standards for substantially support its suppliers. With the majority of its suppliers in isolated, rural locations, this enables Starbucks to make its suppliers feel like an integral part of its operations. Starbucks coffee sources are from 3 growing regions, Latin America, Africa, and Asia Pacific, but their signature coffee blends are mostly from the Asia Pacific region. Starbucks owned 3 coffee plants in the United States, in Kent, Washington and Pennsylvania. In 2009, the company added a 4th U.S. plant, in Columbia, South Carolina. This allows Starbucks to reduce its transportation costs and lead times. They also relies on 24 co-manufacturers, most of them in Europe, Asia, Latin America, and Canada. While Starbucks' distribution strategy is to reach customers wherever they work, travel, shop, and dine. So basically, it's everywhere. This includes sales to non-company operated retail chains as well as hotels, airlines and restaurants, which is the second part of the distribution strategy. It involves establishing relationships with third parties who share the same value and commitment to quality. Often we talk about the supplier and any other upstream party in supply chain. Nowadays, supply chain involves customer. Starbucks uses their customers to give feedback about their products and services because they can create demand in the supply chain. This type of customers we called them as valued customer. All the products was created as a result of the collaborations between different stages of suppliers and sent to the retail stores to fulfill those orders. From the beans imported from thousands of miles away, a cup of coffee is served. We talked about Starbucks order fulfillment that conclude their purchasing, production and logistics, as well as their supplier, manufacturer and distributor. Now, let's take a look what make them successful worldwide from their SWOT analysis, which comprises their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats to their company. First, let's talk about their strengths. Starbucks have a strong brand recognition as they are present all over the world, where they have accessible stores in almost every state in a country. For example, 268 outlets are available in Malaysia. As for the supply chain perspective, we know that they have a superb supply chain management, as they pursuing backward integration and diversification through subsidiaries. Next is their weaknesses. As Starbucks go global, they don't really go local even deeper. This is because the product is not customized to local taste, as they follow the recipes from United States. Other than recipe, Starbucks are dependent to United States market because we can simply say that their product are not really affordable in every country, not to mention every layer of society. We have touched Starbucks' internal environment, now we proceed to their external environment, which is opportunities and threats. Being recognized as one of the global brand are the biggest opportunities for future investment. The globalization policy adopted has helped to expand the exposure of their companies to suppliers and users, especially through marketing. Diversification between supplier, manufacturer and distributor improves their long-term stability to avoid complexity, miscommunication and disruption. Last but not least, threats from supply chain management are mainly about the cost of producing the coffee from various countries, where the price of coffee beans are speculated to increase. Thus, competition on coffee market will exist, especially from local company. Other than that, other beverages product like a tea, will make use of the situation to become a substitute product for coffee.